Upon an almost limitless plain, a scene of near surreal dimensions unfolds. The grasses stir like a vast ocean, and from the horizon comes the deep thrum of a million hooves, the ancient heartbeat of a continent. Red dust rises in a soft mist, pierced by the sun in slivers of light. The great herds flow like a breathing river in ceaseless search of new grass and water. And in the quiet interludes between these waves of life, the predators hold their breath. At the edge of shadow, a lion's golden eyes measure the distance. On a sun-dappled kopje, a leopard becomes one with the stone. At the fraying edges of the herd, hyenas patiently track the scent of fatigue. And along the water's edge, where the river lies smooth as glass, crocodiles await that single moment when haste curdles into error. Welcome to the untamed Serengeti, where every dawn is a renewal, where strength is measured in patience, and where a battle without end keeps this world turning. The great migration of the Serengeti is a cycle without end, a place where life and death are woven together in an unbreakable bond. Here, time seems marked more by breath and footprint than by any calendar. Every living thing, from the swift hunter to its resilient quarry, plays its part in nature's grand design. The thunder of hooves signals an imminent confrontation. Red dust billows as thousands of bodies surge across the savannah like a living current. A leopard stalks in silence, its patience a finely honed weapon. Once a kill is made, it will be carried high into the branches, far from the reach of opportunists like lions or hyenas. Elsewhere, a cheetah is released like an arrow in a race for life. Meanwhile, lions exploit the chaos, executing their sophisticated tactics. They drive the herds of wildebeest and zebra into narrow corridors, sealing off all avenues of escape. The chase begins. The strong press forward, while the weak are left behind. In the Mara River, Nile crocodiles conceal themselves in the murky water. Motionless but ever watchful, they wait for the herds to plunge into the river before launching their surprise attack. Every frantic leap from the water is a fight for survival. Every escape is one step closer to existence in this wilderness of over 11,500 square miles. The Serengeti is a world of its own, where plains that seem tranquil pulse with the energy of millions of creatures. Zebra and Thompson's gazelle embark upon an arduous journey together, crossing the treacherous river. Each step they take helps to sustain the delicate workings of this ecosystem. From riverine forests to wetlands, from vast grasslands to acacia scrub, the Serengeti is home to hundreds of bird species and over 70 species of large mammal. It is an intricately connected ecosystem where even the smallest organism plays a vital role. The Serengeti is not merely an ecological paradise. It is also a fierce arena for its predators. Lions, spotted hyenas, and cheetahs all take their part in the great contest of survival that follows the migration. Together, they form a living tapestry, at once elegant and brutal, that captures the majesty of one of Africa's 7 natural wonders. In the central and western regions of the Serengeti National Park, the unique ecosystem is a blend of sweeping grasslands and open woodlands. This land provides a stable home for many non-migratory species, such as the giraffe and the African elephant. Its rich vegetation, characterized by acacia trees, is not just a source of food, but a crucial link in the food chain. Annual rains, concentrated from November to May, bring life to the green pastures. Climate change is altering this ancient rhythm. The rains have become unpredictable, and prolonged droughts are forcing the animals to travel ever greater distances for water and food. Herds of wildebeest must struggle to find the last vestiges of green shoots. Giraffes use their great height to reach the foliage in the treetops. As the daytime temperatures climb, conserving energy becomes harder than ever. These changes in the rain cycles affect not only the Serengeti, but the neighboring Mara region as well. This demands that the grazing herds adapt quickly to an ever more challenging world. The woodlands of the Serengeti are home to the African elephant, a living symbol of power, wisdom, and remarkable adaptability. Each of their footprints is like the handwriting of time, pressing into the red earth a long story of endurance. Reaching heights of up to 13 feet and weighing over 13,000 pounds. They are gentle giants, central to maintaining the ecological equilibrium. More than 5 million years of evolution have left their unique mark on these magnificent animals. Their great ears help to dissipate heat under the fierce Serengeti sun. They communicate in rumbles below the threshold of human hearing, their calls carrying for miles and through vibrations felt in the soles of their feet. In the dry season, they dig for water in dry riverbeds, creating temporary water holes, not just for themselves, but for countless other species. The vegetation of the Serengeti is their principal source of nourishment. And through these seemingly simple acts, they open pathways of survival for an entire invisible community around them. An elephant can consume up to 300 pounds of vegetation in a single day. This feeding behavior inadvertently carves trails through the bush, expands grasslands, and stimulates new plant growth. Thanks to the presence of the African elephant, the Serengeti and the neighboring Mara retain their distinction as thriving wild kingdoms, where nature still moves to a rhythm millions of years old. Amid the Serengeti grasslands, a herd of African buffalo grazes together. In the light slanting through the grass, one sees a community that places the collective good above the individual. Their curved, heavy horns are emblems of strength and the will to survive the harshest of battles. In bulls, the horn bases fuse to form a boss's shield of bone and keratin that absorbs the immense impact of head-on collisions. Following the herd are lions, awaiting the moment a weaker animal is separated from the group. One buffalo is cut off from the herd, and immediately it becomes the target of a hunting party of lionesses. The lionesses leap, their claws and teeth finding their mark. And deliverance, the herd comes to its rescue. At first, 3 buffalo lower their horns and charge the lionesses. Then the entire herd surges forward, forcing the pride to retreat. Here, courage makes no sound. It takes the form of shoulders standing close and of feet that turn back. With their indisputable collective power, they will confront predators such as lions, hyenas, and leopards. Their strength is measured not just in muscle, but in a collective memory and a loyalty that has endured for generations. The older, experienced females lead the way. They remember the locations of the best grazing and the pathways to water. In the center are the calves and young females. Flanking them on all sides are the adult bulls, a living shield, ready to turn and face any predator that appears. When in need of food, the herd moves as one great body towards the vast grasslands. Each day, an individual can eat over 30 pounds of grass, an action that helps control the growth of vegetation. By grazing on grass and shrubs, they create space for smaller plants to grow, thereby promoting biodiversity. They also share a symbiotic relationship with the oxpeckers on their backs, birds that remove ticks and can warn of danger with their sharp calls. When the dry season arrives and water sources dwindle, the buffalo herds move to the few remaining water hooves. These small rivers and marshes are not only a source of life, but also battlegrounds where the hunt plays out. This is the time when predators hide in the grass, patiently waiting for the perfect The wetlands become an arena where every creature fights not only for its own survival, but to maintain the fragile equilibrium of the Serengeti. In the wild stage of the Serengeti, the spotted hyena emerges as a master of survival. On these open plains, strategy is the key to life, and patience is the most sophisticated weapon of all. With over 22 million years of evolutionary history behind them, they are living proof of endurance and adaptability. With formidable jaws, a close-knit clan, and flexible tactics, they are tenacious combatants. A matriarch lowers herself to the ground, tasting the wind, then gives a signal with a soft The dry season draws all creatures to the shrinking water holes, setting an unexpected feast for the carnivores. Every step a spotted hyena takes is filled with the confidence of the collective. They live in large clans, sometimes up to 80 strong, and it is the females who rule. In this species, females are larger and have higher levels of androgens than males, reinforcing a strict matriarchal hierarchy. This order is built not on strength alone, but on a social memory passed down through generations. When hunting, they coordinate their efforts to overwhelm their prey, a tactic particularly effective in the dark. Two individuals split off, creating an arc to block the line of retreat, while the rest of the clan presses from behind. The prey animal stumbles, and the whole clan accelerates as one, closing in like a wave. In a sprint, they can reach speeds of 35 miles per hour, their advantage being stamina rather than explosive bursts. Their final weapon is a crushing bite force, which ensures that carcasses and leftover are fully consumed. A dry crack echoes as the jaws lock. Bone shatters under the immense pressure. A highly acidic stomach can even digest bone, returning calcium and phosphorus to the savanna's nutrient cycle. They hunt, but will also steal kills from lions when the opportunity arises, ensuring no morsel of meat goes to waste. Their nocturnal laugh is a complex code of survival and status, not a sign of mirth. Each meal sustains the clan and preserves the balance of the Serengeti, where the roles of hunter and scavenger merge into one. Near the spotted hyenas that stalk a weak or isolated buffalo, the golden shadows of lions glide silently through the grass. Three lionesses walk alongside a herd of wildebeest. Their gaze is unhurried. On this open plain, silence can be more clamorous than a storm, for it is laden with the calculus of life and death. The moment they identify a weak or stray individual, they will explode into action. In the distance, a male lion engages in a mock chase with two lionesses. This is no idle pursuit, but a ritual that strengthens their alliance, a silent pact measured in shared breaths and unbroken stares. The Serengeti is home to an estimated 3,000 lions, one of the highest densities in the world. The vast grasslands and open woodlands are a paradise for this East African predator. Lion prides are built around a stable core of related females. Males often form coalitions, taking turns to defend a territory, thereby shaping the population's gene pool. Title King has been forged over 2 million years of evolution. A male can weigh up to 500 pounds and measure nearly 10 feet in length. Females, at 265 to 400 pounds, are built for stamina and coordinated hunting. The male's dense mane serves as natural armor and a signal of his fitness. An adult needs 10 to 15 pounds of meat each day. Their preferred tactic is the ambush, trading endurance for a moment of explosive power. When the moment is right, they can launch themselves at up to 50 miles per hour. The distance closes and the prey tightens its circle around a wildebeest or a zebra. This power is constantly challenged. Lions clash with spotted hyenas, a rivalry that keeps the food chain taut and the ecosystem in balance. And there is another, more persistent pressure, the influence of humankind. The African lion is now classified as vulnerable. If its numbers fall, the Serengeti will lose not just an apex predator, but the very heartbeat of the plains. Across the vastness of the Serengeti, the East African cheetah appears and vanishes into the grass, like a flicker of lightning sketched on the horizon. In that moment, the savannah seems to hold its breath, and we are merely travelers, granted a glimpse of a miracle. The tall grasses and sparse bushes open onto a stage built for the wind, where speed fills the empty spaces with the rhythm of supple. Over 3 million years of evolution have sculpted this body for a single purpose, prioritizing agility over brute force. A spine that flexes like a spring, a deep chest and large lungs and heart all work in perfect concert to fuel its explosive bursts of speed. Its semi-retractable claws act like running spikes, gripping the damp earth, holding its course as its speed outruns the wind. Unlike the roaring social lion, the cheetah's life is based on subtle pacts and restraint. Males often form small coalitions to hold a territory, while solitary females raise their young with enduring patience. In this seemingly lonely species, the tenderness of the first lessons in life is a form of quiet strength, no less powerful than any sprint. As dawn breaks, the low light and cool mist provide cover, allowing it to approach its prey unseen among the tall blades of grass. Then, in a heartbeat, its form erupts, reaching some 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, as if testing the very limits of the air. Speed here is not violence, it is the pure geometry of muscle, wind, and inertia arranged in a graceful equation. Though it can reach 70 miles per hour, this can only be sustained over short distances, typically between 300 and 500 yards. Its long tail acts as a rudder for instantaneous changes of direction, keeping the prey in its invisible sights. The hunt becomes a race against time. When exhaustion sets in, the cheetah must abandon its prey to recover. Nature places a limit on every feat of acceleration. Each victory is paid for with a thundering heart and searing lungs. But with its stamina and refined hunting skill, every chase is a captivating performance. Under the glaring sun, white-headed vultures circle in the sky, their sharp eyes scanning for carrion. In the Serengeti, death does not end the story. It begins another chapter in the cycle of nutrients. As nature's cleanup crew, white-headed vultures are often the first to arrive to carcass. Their incredible vision can spot a potential meal from over 6 miles away, allowing them to forage with great efficiency. One bang tucks its wings and spirals downwards, dropping into a gap in the tall grass like a silent spear. Meanwhile, Ruppel's vultures soar, the silent guardians of the sky. With their unique lung structure, they can fly at a record altitude of 30,000 feet, making them the highest flying birds in the world. Ruppel's vultures are social birds, gathering in large numbers around a kill. This social behavior helps them to locate food efficiently and increases their chances of survival. Although the Ruppel's vulture is now critically endangered, conservation efforts are underway to protect this noble species. Without them, the plains would decay more slowly and disease would spread. Their silent role is, in fact, the front line of the ecosystem's health. Amid the grandeur of the Serengeti, the leopard has become a master of the art of concealment. It expertly uses rock crevices and natural caves for shelter and for hunting in the shadow. The granite outcrops, known as kopjes, not only provide ideal refuge, but also a strategic vantage point. These sun-warmed rocks are like sentinels of time, from which this secretive cat reads the rhythms of the plain. Its hunting prowess has been perfected over millions of years of evolution, making the leopard one of the most accomplished of all hunters. Retractable claws and immensely powerful neck and shoulder muscles allow it to haul prey twice its own weight up into a tree, safe from lions and hyenas. Its pale golden coat with its dark rosettes provides perfect camouflage amongst the rocks and bush. The patterns on its skin are not merely for beauty, they are the script of consolement written by the savanna itself. A solitary hunter, the leopard uses stealth, stalking its prey before launching a lightning. The wetlands of the Serengeti are also a refuge for the Maasai giraffe. In these moist landscapes, height is not just a matter of grace, it is a strategy for survival. The abundant water allows them to stay hydrated without having to travel far. Here, they feed on acacia leaves and other tall shrubs, which provide essential nutrients. A tongue nearly 18 inches long, rich in melanin and covered with a thick lining, allows them to navigate acacia thorns with little injury. The Maasai giraffe has a distinct advantage. It can survey its surroundings with ease, helping it to spot predators from a great distance. From on high, they read the signals of the plain. A slight movement at the edge of the woods is enough to trigger a retreat. With their long, powerful legs, they can navigate muddy terrain with ease. Each step into the soft ground is like signing a pact with caution. A powerful kick from their hind legs can inflict serious injury on any would-be attacker. During the rainy season, when the wetlands are at their most lush, giraffes focus on breeding. The dense marshlands provide an ideal place to give birth, ensuring the safety of their Soon after birth, a baby giraffe can stand and follow its mother, increasing its chances of survival in this challenging environment. Perhaps the true silent rulers of the Serengeti's wetlands are the hippopotamus. Here, power needs no display. It radiates from the still water and the calm of a body that knows how to conserve every movement. Large pods of hippos can be seen basking in the tranquil waters. With their immense bodies, reaching over 16 feet long and weighing up to 4,000 pounds, hippos are among the most formidable creatures in this ecosystem. They spend most of the day submerged, with only their eyes and ears visible, observing their surroundings. Their nostrils, ears, and eyes are located on the top of their skull and can close like valves. They dive for 3 to 5 minutes, resurfacing by reflex even while asleep. The marsh water not only keeps them cool, but also protects their skin from the sun. Their thick skin secretes a reddish fluid that acts as an antibacterial agent and a shield against ultraviolet rays. This substance contains hipposudoric acid, and norhipposudoric acid, a natural antiseptic sunscreen that compensates for their near-total lack of sweat glands. As night falls, the hippos leave their watery sanctuary to graze on land. On average, they consume up to 80 pounds of grass each night. With a terrifyingly powerful bite, they can threaten any intruder. A gate that opens like a cavern door is more than a threat. It is a boundary that every creature here understands. Their canines, which can grow to 16 inches long, are deadly weapons used to defend. Pods of 10 to 30 individuals form a close-knit social structure where a dominant male protects the group from all threats. In the tranquil waters of these swamps, a creature remains, outwardly serene, yet profoundly perilous. It is, of course, the formidable Nile crocodile. Its very presence compels all who would cross these waters to pause, to calculate, to tread with extreme caution. They do not launch an immediate, headlong assault upon discovering their quarry. Instead, they simply lie, utterly motionless, patiently waiting in the water. Reaching lengths of up to 18 feet, it is one of the largest reptiles on the planet. Famed for its deadly ambush tactics, it waits for its opportunity during the Great Migration. As millions of wildebeest and zebra cross the river, the crocodile uses its sharp teeth and a bite force stronger than a tiger's. For larger prey, it employs the death roll, clamping down on its victim and spinning powerfully in the water to tear it apart. The Great Migration in the Serengeti is not simply a perilous journey. It is a song of life, rewriting itself to the rhythm of the rains and the grass. As the clouds of the wet season recede at the end of May, the western corridor is revealed, a labyrinth of the Grumeti River, riverine forests, and flooded plains where nutrients accumulate like a green promise. From the distant plains, columns of zebra and wildebeest flow like a tide, painting a black and white ribbon that stretches to the horizon. By June, great herds gather at the riverbanks, hesitating in a great compressed wave. Beneath the placid surface, Nile crocodiles wait, holding their breath, while pressure receptors along their jaws register the faint ripples of approaching hooves. The crossing becomes a test of existence. A few bold individuals leap first, and the entire mass of bodies breaks, tumbling into the turbid current. In the swirling water, the weak are swept away and seized by predators. In the shallows, the lucky ones scramble towards the far bank and to life. But the migration is not merely a gamble for each individual life. It is an act of continental synchronization. By moving in a great mass, they dilute the risk, increase the chances of spotting predators, and clear pathways through the tall grass for those that follow. Every footstep awakens a dormant seed. Every fallen body enriches the soil, adding nitrogen and phosphorus to the floodplain. Carcasses that drift downriver feed the crocodiles. What is left on the banks becomes a meal for vultures, jackals, and a host of decomposers. The nutrients return to the new grass. From this perspective, no loss is a waste. And when the next rains come, the herds will rise again, lining up against the horizon to turn that great and ancient wheel one more steady round.